Guys, this is Big John here. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. I'm a local YouTuber here in the Anchorage Bowl, among many others that I know here in the Anchorage area. We all get along. We just kind of bounce ideas back and forth at time to time. And we all are on different journeys. We all promote different things. We all talk about different stuff. So that's what makes this life fun up here. But here in Anchorage, it's gotten colder. It's winter time now. So I get to spend a little bit more time in the house editing videos, and I usually work a 6-day work week. So my work week gets extremely busy, and I only have Sundays to edit videos. Now, the one tool that I use the most, and I've had the most reliability with it, is this Insta360 camera. Now, the nice thing about the Insta360 camera is it's got two lenses, one on the front, one on the back. They both work really well. I can also, this is the Insta360 X4. I do have an Insta360 X3. That was my last camera that I was using to do a lot of my weight loss videos. If you're curious about weight loss, that's exactly what I talk about: the carnivore type diet, keto friendly type diets, and how to lose weight and keep it off. But like I said, today is video editing time. I just spent the last half an hour shooting my video in my kitchen, which I normally do. And now I'm sitting over here at my computer desk with all of this stuff, which is just, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here at my computer desk. And I do all of this on a budget. I mean, I've probably spent more money on this stuff here at my computer desk than I have made on YouTube. So I think this year has been, over a year and a half that I've been on YouTube. I think I've only been monetized for about a year. On average, the money doesn't come back really quickly unless you're just making awesome videos all the time, which is something I don't tend to do all the time. But once in a while I have a good video that actually takes off like a rocket ship. But yeah, today we're getting into video editing day. A little bit about my gear and stuff that I use to make videos. For one, you have to have a good tripod. Now, this tripod is universal. It extends out. It's got some random adjustments. This product is made by Ulanzi, and it works really well. I can just take this adapter off, which is the adapter I'm using for my cell phone today. So I'll be putting you guys in this so I can actually get started here. But in order for me to do anything, I have to get my computer open. One of my favorite softwares to use is CapCut. Mainly because it's really inexpensive. The pro versions for the editing aren't that expensive. So I spend about $9.99 a month so I can get some pretty cool features. They don't always work, but it is what it is. Now, my microphones that I use with my Insta360, and these work really well. These cost about $300 or $400. There's two of these, and these are the transmitters which go over to the receiver, and the receiver plugs into the side of the Insta360 via this plug right here. So my sound goes in this microphone through the receiver into the camera, and that way I get some halfway decent quality localized sound from where I put the microphone on my body. But in here, as you can see, I got a whole bunch of stuff. This GoPro is collecting dust. Most unreliable camera I have in my camera bag has always been the GoPro. And that's kind of why I went to the Insta360. Plus GoPro batteries. These are these little tiny batteries. They don't last very long. GoPro likes to overheat, and it causes me a lot of problems. But I do have various charging cords. That way I can charge 2 or 3 different things at once. Now on the computer, I have my cord here somewhere, and this is the one I use for transferring data off my camera onto the computer from my Insta360 camera. So let me get this set up. I need to start getting some files over onto my computer. I'm setting you guys in that nice handy dandy little tripod. Hey there, sunshine. Today is video editing day. As most of you know, I only get 1 day off a week. And I appreciate everybody that comes back to my channel and helps me with my weight loss journey. People that might be interested in hearing a little bit more about how I lose weight with little to no exercise. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting my Insta360 hooked up to the computer. So I just plug in that silly little cord there, and then I have to turn on my camera. Once I get my camera turned on, then I can actually start doing stuff on the computer. And the problem with video creation is time. So we're looking at really condensed amounts of time. I only get about 1 day a week where I can actually do a full-length type video, get it edited. So workflow is extremely important when you're considering content creation. It's a little bit more in depth than just hit record, upload it on YouTube, because you got to break down the boring parts, because that takes a lot of time, because there's a lot of mistakes in there. You might have to re-speak what you were getting ready to say. Things don't go as smoothly as you want them to. I have cats. I got 4 cats. I like to bombard the camera at times, knock things over. I've had them just completely wipe out my table when I've been sitting there. They're kind of funny. Give me a shout out, please. Logan West. How are you doing there, Logan West? I appreciate it there. Hey, Barbara Syram. Yeah, I do appreciate if people enjoy my content. I just try to be informative, a little bit educational. And I don't know why this isn't working like I wanted it to. So right now what I'm doing, I'm just opening up my files and making sure my Insta360 is connected, because if it's not connecting correctly and I don't see it there. Now, another thing that's kind of important when you're doing content creation is you need to have a good hard drive. Your hard drive is basically where all of your files and information goes that's outside of your computer. That way you're not taking a $700-800 laptop and just filling it with a bunch of garbage that you need to remove or move over to a different location. So if you have a good external hard drive plugged in, I can take all of that data and move it over. Now I need to shut this camera off. Oh no, okay. So with the new Insta360 camera, it comes with these this little option here. USB disc mode or reverse charging. So I have a choice. So on my last camera, it just automatically connected to the computer. And I've been waiting here this entire time. And now everything should start flowing a little bit more naturally. And I can actually start getting stuff onto the computer instead of sitting there. Now, another thing I have to do before I even get started, considering I'm doing health-related topics, I have several different files here set up. So I have all health, I have shopping vlogs that I do, I got background footage, I have B-roll files, my carnivore update files, and then I have a bunch of different random folders that I need to have. And this is how I stay organized. I also have music files, that way I can save all of my favorite music, and then I have my sounds, because if you find a sound on a video editor that you like, I would recommend just going into the video editor, just make a quick little clip and export that. That way you can put it into your sound files and you can reuse that sound over and over again. Because sometimes what's available in these video editors doesn't stay in there forever. So that's what I've found with CapCut especially, is that they changed up a lot of things over the years. So a lot of my favorite sounds were no longer there. So I had to go back to previous videos, extract one little clip, little tiny sound. That way I can have, like my clapping sound at the end of my stream. I can have my favorite ending song that I like to use. And I also have different files for intros and extras, or, at the end of the video. I like to use these specific things to hopefully give my video a little bit more complexity and stuff like that. And making a good intro is relatively important, and it's got to be relevant to whatever video you're uploading. So I have different intros for shopping. I have different intros for doing health related topics, which shows basically a side-by-side image of my progress as I've been going through this weight loss journey, and gives you a good visual of, I started really fat right in the middle, and then all of a sudden I was looking a whole lot healthier. That's super important. But okay, we're going to open this camera file, and I got to show you guys a little bit about what's going on here. See if whoa, okay. I'm going to get you guys an image on the computer there. Show you guys basically what's going on. So I got to open this file right here. I got to go into all health, because that is what I do, is all health. Go up to new. I need to create a new folder for those files to transpire to. This is how I stay organized when doing content creation. So you just delete the new folder. This video is going to be called Weight Loss for Dummies. And that's basically what I'm doing here is weight loss for dummies. If I was a little bit better at typing, this would be a whole lot faster. Then I click over here off the screen, and then all of a sudden that folder is created. So that's an empty folder. Now I just scroll up here and I will look for the USB drive that has my camera attached. Now DCIM, those are the files from the Insta360. Click on that twice. I don't want these files. I don't need these at all. So I just double click twice on there. And this brings me to all of the clips that I had on my Insta360. Now these are just basic thumbnail clips. You can use these if you absolutely have to, if something got corrupted with one of these, but I wouldn't recommend using any of these files right here. So I don't transfer them over to my camera or on my computer. So if I just click on here, and then I hit shift and scroll over here, that picks them all. And then I can just click and drag over to all health. And that'll open up all of my files, should. So let's see how I start my daily, my extreme, October, overcoming, weight loss for idiot file is right here, or not idiots, for dummies. And this is just a basic thing. And then we have to do all of this right here, which takes a while to get all that footage from the camera over to the computer. So I could be waiting quite a while for this to do. So this is where these random live streams come in handy, because I can talk with people about what I've been doing, how I'm doing this, products I might use for weight loss, supplements. I do make random videos about what I'm cooking just to hopefully show people exactly what I've been doing. I got a problem with dust. I need to come up with a solution. We have 2 big giant air filters running in this house. We've got a trailer home with a forced air heating unit. This thing pumps dust like crazy. So the back of my computer gets covered in dust quite easily. I need to find a way to be able to blow off the back of my computer. And every time I go to like Office Max or Office Depot, they're out of the compressed air in a can. So I need to find some. I possibly order it on Amazon, but I try to buy local whenever possible. Do I eat smoked salmon? Yes, I absolutely love it. Smoked salmon is amazing. Doesn't going live just make it easier? I'm guessing that's what you're saying, Barbara. Live is amazing, but live also requires your ability to talk, which is something I didn't have when I was 435 pounds. I was eating a lot of sugar, I was eating a lot of crap, and I couldn't string together a complete sentence at that time. Now I'm just a chatterbox because I'm eating healthy, my brain fog is gone. I'm able to put together very complex ideas and spit them out very fast, which is something I couldn't do. I'm also able to talk to management, deal with customers, deal with other coworkers in a much more sensible way. I'm definitely less emotional to when people try to trigger me, because I've had people in live streams say all kinds of weird stuff, and I just look at them like, dude, are you kidding? All right. I mean, I respond to almost everybody, but some of them get a little bit vulgar at times, and I just have to simply remove them. I don't like removing comments if I don't have to. But especially in my regular form videos, if it's a hateful comment, I'll just go with the flow. Oh, okay, you're going to tell me I'm fat. Thank you. I already know I'm fat. That's why I'm doing a weight loss journey, and that's why I'm talking about this weight loss journey as I go. I've definitely spent more than 1,000 hours on weight loss, so I'm getting pretty good at this. And I'm also getting much better at explaining exactly what I'm doing. And this week's video should hopefully be extremely helpful for those people wanting to get started on a weight loss journey of their own. And it should also give them a deeper dive into my life, which is I'm just an average truck driver trying to explain exactly how I got started, some of the basic steps and the tools that I've been using and how I come about these tools, because all of weight loss information is free. It's 100% free. It's all right there at your fingertips on your cell phone. Most of you are watching on a cell phone right now. Some of you might be watching on a TV, but all of the weight loss information is out there and it's free. Requires no subscriptions, requires no gym memberships. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to buy a lot of supplementation and stuff like that. I keep everything budget friendly and bare minimum because I believe anybody, especially those that are morbidly obese and stuck in bed or stuck in a wheelchair or handicapped, you should be able to lose weight. You can lose weight with a lot of the stuff that I talk about and a lot of the stuff that I preach, because I was dysfunctional at one point in my weight loss journey. I couldn't hardly do a thing. I mean, I could barely move. I could barely talk. I was overeating constantly. I needed to break the cycle, and that took me a while. And we're not quite done with the video transfer there. Now, the only unfortunate part is since I'm doing a live stream while I'm doing this, is I'm not going to be able to export the stuff that I have on my phone, because I did take some pictures off on my phone. I probably should have transferred that before I started the live. But you guys get the gist of what I'm doing here. You know, making a video. This stuff takes time. And it's not like people just make these videos willy-nilly. A lot of really good videos, my best videos that I've ever had perform on YouTube took me anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to create. And that's a pretty average time frame. I mean, if these guys that are professionals, they've been doing it for, 15 years, they've been making content, they know how to break it down pretty quickly. They might be able to produce a 20,000K video in about 2 to 3 days if they're really good at what they do. But there's a lot of elements that go into making a video work correctly. There's also a lot of elements that keep people's eyes moving. Different camera angles. I use a lot of different camera angles, basically just with the tripod. I'll just take the camera, I'll move it around, I'll edit out part of the movement point. You might see my arm come back. But I'm honest, this is how I build my videos. Or I might bring the camera in to try to make it a little bit more dynamic and a little interesting. Now I can also use keyframes in my editor to do similar things in boring parts of the video, and that helps keep people engaged in what I'm trying to create. Also, little simple tools with transitions. I learned that you don't need a lot of transitions in your videos. You just basically need to move the camera and then just cut to a different view, and then that avoids all the over emphasis on being like trying to be Mr. Perfect. And if you're trying to create videos for YouTube, yeah, check out a lot of the other videos, get ideas from them, break down some of the talking points, and then just create your own. There's thousands of people out here all talking about the same stuff. They're just using their own words, and there's room for a million more people out here talking about the same thing. How-to videos work really well. So I was thinking about doing a how-to video after trying to get this done, because I have a set of headlights from Amazon, and I try not to miss any opportunity to record, even if it's not weight loss related, because I'm in Alaska. I'll be putting in headlights in my Dodge pickup outside in the wintertime. Some people might find that interesting. Other people just might want to know how to put headlights in a Dodge pickup. But then there's other people that are going to be like, well, there's 1,000 videos out there of people putting headlights in their Dodge pickup. But even when I was looking at videos to try to figure out what I was doing for my pickup, I was looking at several videos. I wasn't just looking at one video. I was looking at, videos that might explain something that I'm having a problem with, because a lot of these videos specifically leave out key parts. And that's to keep you coming back to rewatch the video. And that way they're getting multiple views. Cooking videos are famous for that. So if you're a content creator making a cooking video that doesn't include the actual process, and you just leave out one key part that makes everything magical and happen in the pan, yeah, boo-hoo on you, and I'm not happy with you, because I found a lot of videos that do that, especially when I was making bread. I don't make bread anymore, and I'm glad I don't, because it's just so much easier to cook up a steak and live my life and be healthy. So, okay, here's where we're at now. So all of these, what is going on there? Is that really that bad of an image? Maybe it's just too bright. I'm not sure. But anyways, these files, or I just don't have my glasses on. Where's my mouse? Here you are. So these 3 files that are lit up, they're over here in all health file, and where they need to go. I'm just going to close out of here, close out of here. And now my file over here for the CapCut editor is right there. And when this pops up, it says join pro. I'm already a pro member. Pro member is not that expensive. It's worth it. If you're financially stable. If you're not, I didn't have it for a long time because I was broke. I was flat broke because of my morbidly obeseness. But these are all the previous videos I worked on down here. And there's a bunch of options up here for what you can do inside CapCut. I can upload a long form video and turn it into shorts, which is something I like to do after I make a video that's long. Uh, and it doesn't even have to be good shorts, but it keeps you relevant on the platform. So now I can go over here to import and look for my file. Let's see, weight loss for dummies. That is literally what we're going to call it. So I'm going to click on you, and I need 2 hands for this because some of this requires 2 hands. And blah, blah, blah. Shift. That clicks on that. So that selects all the files off of that camera. And then I hit open. Now that puts everything up here in my main screen. And I basically just click on one, which will take all 3 of them down here. Now here comes the frustrating part. I don't know if you guys can see the little wheel turning right here. So that is creating a proxy file. So that way the computer can actually read, fluently through here. But since I'm using a Rode microphone and I only have one side, in order to go mono, I have to go up top here and click on my audio and drop that down. And I'm just going to fill in the right channel or with the left or vice versa, fill in right with left. And that makes this whole audio line down here, you can hear it in both ears if you're using an earpiece. But yeah, super fun, super simple stuff. It took me a while to figure out how to use these video editors because, you're always in a rush. You're in a rush to try to get stuff done. And, oh, weird. Okay, I thought I had an extra file in there, but I guess I didn't, so that's good. So I did this video in 3 takes, it looks like. And hopefully I didn't lose any files in the process. Sometimes you lose files from the camera over to the computer. Sometimes you forget to hit record. Okay, let me flip around, see what's going on here in the chats, because I like talking with people. I mean, this is fun. Okay. Jury Rig John. Jury Rig John. That's interesting. Hell yeah, man. Glorious. It is to pursue betterment of yourself. Hi, my carnivore friend. Hi, JG. I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping in. Absolutely. I do like the carnivore diet. I like using the carnivore diet as a tool. If I get off plan, I can come right back to it. I enjoy it. It's not like other diets where you just do the diet and then you're left at the end of it. You're like, what do I do next? What do I do? I don't know what to do now. And then you go back to whatever you ate before, which is just eat a bunch of garbage. 200 grams tinned salmon, 100 grams smoked salmon, 115 grams beef gelatin, 100 ml hot water, 2 tablespoons. What are we reading here? Salt, pepper, squeeze, lemon. All in a blender for 2 minutes. Put in non-stick molds. Refrigerate. You guys are talking about something delicious, and I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Angelique. That's it. Angelique C. Yeah. Let's see. I was trying to read that. Where'd it go? Yeah, sugar-free, low-carb, brain fog gone. Awesome. Congratulations, Angelique, on getting rid of the brain fog. It's all important with this, all of this stuff. You get rid of the brain fog. And I had brain fog when I did all kinds of other diets until I started the carnivore diet. Even on the keto diet, I was experiencing brain fog, lack of attention span. I had a hard time communicating with my wife. That's normal, but it happens. Let's see. And let's see here. Do you have a, I don't know what that means. Praise the Lord. All right, doesn't going well. Yes. All right. So we didn't have a whole lot of comments there to go back to. So we're doing pretty good. Meanwhile, with this whole video editor process here, I'm just waiting on proxy files. And so I've already been doing this live for 24 minutes. And this is a lot of what the time-consuming part of video editing is. Now, something I have found useful and something I bought, this right here. So these are basic headphones, and they're just earbuds. I bought these. I thought I was going to use them. They were cheap and expensive off Amazon. They cost like $20, $30. But they're not noise canceling. So my wife was complaining about extra noise, so I had to go back to my previous noise canceling earbuds so she can tolerate it when I'm driving the truck, making working noises outside. I work in a very noisy environment These did not work for that. So I can use these with my computer. It also helps me focus when I have children in the house. So having earbuds or headphones, you know, that can block out a lot of the white noise from the background, maybe the heater, the cats doing random nonsense like they like to do. They like to fight and do stuff. And this one over here is cleaning itself because, hey, what are you doing? Hey, stop that. Okay. And then this one over here. Really? I couldn't plan that any better. We got this one doing it. Oh, this one's asleep now. I got bored. No. And then we have that one right there. There's another one, but it's obviously not in the room. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. Crazy. Yeah. I'm surrounded by cats. Greetings from Tampa Bay, United Carnivore. Hey, how are you doing, Tampa Bay? That's awesome. I would not live in Florida. I mean, I've been to Florida many times in my trucking career. I used to go down into Florida on purpose to deliver loads from time to time. I was there for a lot of hurricane relief projects where I was delivering plywood, water. That was fun, but there was one place that I had to deliver to that I had to back up through like not 5 feet, but it was just it was like halfway up my fuel tanks. I refused to go in if it started getting up above my cap because that's where the vents are, and then it would contaminate my fuel. But this is when I owned my own truck, and I'm backing down, and I had to go really slow not to create waves that got up over my fuel tank. So I'm just backing up, following a guy on a canoe to get back to a loading dock. So we unloaded all my stuff. I believe I had water at that point, but we were just trying to get water down, fresh water supply down there because there was a lot of flooding going on at that time. And then I believe the rest of the time I was hauling random 2x4 plywood loads and stuff like that down to Florida so they could start rebuilding some of the neighborhoods that just randomly disappeared in the flooding and the hurricane winds and weather. But yeah, hey Don, appreciate you there. Yeah, we're just starting to build the video, and this stuff takes a lot of time. And in the meantime, I just talk about other stuff, maybe talk a little bit about some of my gear and stuff that I've been using. My wife's computer station is over here. Hers is a little more, actually both our computer stations are relatively cluttered up because I have my own setup on this side, and we have a lot of random stuff. We spend way too much money on this hobby, and creating YouTube videos is literally just a hobby. So, I mean, yeah, this channel's making some money, but in full disclosure, I think this month I made $130 something last month. So all in all, I think the channel's made about $1,000 total since I started my weight loss journey, which is fine. I don't care. As long as I'm helping people help themselves, hopefully better themselves, that is more than enough payment. I don't ask for anybody to donate money. I don't ask for super chats. I don't ask for any of that stuff. If people give it to me, fantastic. All of that money goes right back into the YouTube channel and hopefully helps us create more stuff. But weight loss has promoted my job situation to improve, hand over fist. You lose the weight, you're going to learn how to communicate, you're going to learn how to work better, you're going to be a stronger team member on any of your workforces, your work deals. You're able to come up with better ideas to make more money for the company, vice versa, and more money for yourself. In my case, they started putting me on these much bigger jobs that pay a lot more money than what most people make at their regular job. You know, we're talking like 70, 80 bucks an hour to just drive a truck. So this is something I couldn't do a year and a half ago. I wouldn't even had the option to do some of these jobs, you know, because I physically couldn't do it. So yeah, that's just crazy. You are a massive inspiration. Thank you. Aw, that's really lovely of you, Angelique. I appreciate you. I mean, I've heard I was an inspiration so many times. Even when I was super fat, unhappy, it helped because I was super emotional, in and out, not wanting to create YouTube videos because I was going through a weight loss stall that went on for what felt like forever. And of course, you don't see the numbers in those videos because they're just not very good videos. I'm not happy. YouTube doesn't particularly start laying those videos out in front of people because you're talking like Eeyore. You're not very exciting. You're not entertaining, which is one of the key factors to an algorithm. It's also got to be very informative and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that go on inside the YouTube algorithm. And the thing that I figured out a long time ago is forget about it. It's just like hate. Forget about the hate that comes at you when you're trying to get healthy, because there's going to be like a lot of your peoples in your life, your own personal life. You start making a change. They start seeing something change in your body. They start seeing your attitude become more uplifted and impulsive, and you're wanting to do stuff, and you're more active naturally because you just started losing weight. These people are going to come at you with their fangs out. They're going to try to attack you in really weird ways. And they're going to try to do it in a way that makes you want to like self-destruct, and you're not going to want to continue your weight loss journey. They're going to put false thoughts in your head like, oh, this isn't healthy for you type stuff. And you're getting healthier, and you're looking at them like, huh? What do you mean? I'm not healthy. I'm feeling better than I have in like the last 30 years of when I was self-destructive and eating a bunch of crap food at the mall and just going out to random restaurants and not caring. So yeah, you're going to have those people, and you're going to be dealing with those people every day of your life. But it seems like the ones that love you the most don't want you getting healthy, because that means they're going to lose that person in general. They're starting to lose control. But once they realize you're still there, you guys are still solid, you know, maybe your spouse, sometimes even your children will attack you at times, because you're only eating certain foods, and they think you should be eating other stuff because of traditional teaching. And I found that a lot of the traditional teaching, a lot of it was wrong. The food pyramid, utter nonsense. 3 meals a day, utter nonsense. Forget about it. Yeah, 1 meal a day is really all we need. We don't need to eat a lot of snacks. If we do eat snacks, just be sensible. Eat a beef stick. Eat some eggs. You know, yes, eggs can be considered a snack. Put some salt on your eggs. There you go. You got a couple hard-boiled eggs. Works perfectly. Instead of eating lunch, eat 2 hard-boiled eggs with some healthy type salt, like Redmond sea salt, Celtic salt, Himalayan pink salt. Those 2 to 3 hard-boiled eggs will fill you up until dinner time. And they're ketosis friendly, and they promote weight loss. Why not? Anybody can hard-boil some eggs and peel them and put them in a plastic bag and take those to work. Super easy, carnivore-friendly snack. Let's see. Someone just posted that 72% beef, blah, blah, blah. We got too much going on here at Costco Business Center. Are only, oh, right on. Thank you, Sunshine. That is awesome. I have bought up that before, and the last time I did, I still have that hamburger meat in my freezer. That was a problem I was going through yesterday, and it's also a problem I'm still going through today. I have so much hamburger meat from when I bought it on that sale, and I believe that was before I left for Nome. So I have a lot of frozen hamburger meat left over from before I went to Nome, and that was a while ago. I was up in Nome for a long time. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it was more than 30 days, and I was able to do the, you know, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs while I was up there. And that worked out awesome, because that allowed me enough time to focus on just beef, butter, bacon, and eggs before returning home, and everything got a little strange. So and then I wound up putting in some extra stuff, because there's just so much going on here in Anchorage. I mean, so much going on in my house. What is the other 28%? I'm guessing you're talking... Okay, the other 28% is actual fat. For that person asking what the other 28% is in the in that type of ground beef. So you have 80-20. I like 80-20 ground beef. If I'm going to have ground beef, it makes me feel pretty good. 70-30 works pretty good, but it's got a lot of rendered fat in the pan, and it makes it hard to digest. So I like the 80-20. I don't know why that makes me feel better. Although I have switched over to craving ribeye steaks. I was going to go buy a top loin, big chunk of meat, top loin. I'm trying to find fattier cuts. I also found a little technique to cooking steak to make all of the fat edible. So that way you can actually eat all the fat. You don't have any tough parts in there, because sometimes you get a little grizzle, but you can work through that if you cook everything this one particular way. So I need to get another bulk piece of meat so I can break a video down and talk about how I like to make my ribeye steaks. So all the fat is completely edible. and that way you can have it in one sitting, and it just works. Let's see, what is the temperature there? I think today, I think we started out at 28 degrees. The temperature's going to go up to possibly 35, 36 degrees today. We still have a decent amount of snow on the ground. And it should be fun if I decide to go out and change my headlights, because since I started the carnivore diet, I've lost a lot of weight in my hands. I mean, my fingers used to be really fat sausage looking things. My wedding ring, for instance, my old wedding ring was a lot bigger than this one. So I had to go out and buy another wedding ring because my old wedding ring kept falling off. And I love my wife, and I know she likes the fact that I wear my wedding ring. Just means she's got something, feels like she has something important. So that makes me feel good if she thinks I'm important and she doesn't want to lose me. So that's a beautiful thing. What happened to your finger? Which one? Talk about this one, the hamburger finger. This one has been shut in several car doors over the years. I've hit it with about 15 to 13 different hammers. It's had a lot of stuff dropped on it. And basically what happened is it damaged the nail bed. Yes, it did get all fungusy for a while, but there's so many different nails trying to grow in different spots. It just makes that gross. And I have to constantly clean it, and I have to constantly profile it. There's nothing I can do for it. Yep, it just sucks. It's what it is, and it's there. Let's see. Fred Meyers just had 3-pound tubes, 90%, $2.99 each. But they expire that day. But we all know that that's not actually bad. No, it's not. Thank you, J-Dog. Are you here in Alaska, J-Dog? I mean, you must be. You're talking about Fred Meyer. I'm guessing you're maybe in Anchorage or Wasilla. Fred Meyer, Midway Mall, 2 weeks ago. Right on, thank you. Yeah, learning how to buy carnivore type food on a budget is extremely important. You know, because when I got started, I was mainly eating hamburger meat. I was eating a lot of bacon. I was eating a lot of eggs, sardines, ketosis friendly stuff. I mean, whatever keeps you in ketosis longer was where I went. I just tried to stay on keto friendly foods. I gotta disconnect my camera, and then I gotta shut it off and put it on the charger for the next time. But that's where it's nice to have one of these cords. I have like 3 different possible options to charge off the same cord. But this cord here is a slow charging cord. And I just had to explain that to my wife a little bit ago because, hey, thank you, Angelique. Oh, it allowed me to like it that time. Thank you. Yeah. It looks like 10 pounds. I don't know what 10 pounds converts to in US. And it's, so up top it says 12.9. I don't know. We got some new features in here that I don't know what they all do. And the last time I started fumbling with the new features and the buttons, I wound up shutting a whole stream down. And I wasn't able to bring it back. I was pretty upset. $15 USD, and then YouTube takes, what, 2 or 3 of that? So yeah, $12.93. So that's about 13. Oh, it takes about $2. YouTube takes their $2. They're not allowed to give us the money because they do provide us this whole streaming of, thing for free. So yeah, I do believe they are entitled to a little bit of compensation for their ability to use their platform. That doesn't bother me at all. It just works. It works out for us. But thank you, Angelique. That is very thoughtful. And like I said, all this money here basically just goes right back into what we're trying to do here, which is help people help themselves. I don't ever expect to be a full-time YouTuber because it would take a lot. I would almost need to go get my own office space in order to knock out the type of quality videos, because I need a lot of quiet in order to make content. It has to be quiet. If I have too many kids in the house, just like, moms know what the kids do to your brain when you're trying to concentrate. And they hear a kid cry, they hear a kid fight, and then it's just like static up here in the brain. It just makes you just, we're gonna get you, little guy or girl. I got 2 girls. They're a lot of fun. I'm thankful all three of my kids in the house now, they all get along, they love each other. I don't hear a lot of fighting in between. Once in a while the two girls will have issues, but it's not nearly as bad as what most people go through most of their life. So okay, that's done, and we're gonna flip you guys around there because I need to do a little bit more work just to basically get this part set up here. I need to import a couple more files. We're gonna go down here. Now we're gonna find my intros, which is right there. So I have an intro and I have an outro. They're already made. I also have intros made up for other type videos, previous videos I used to use. I have a shopping cart intro for some of my Walmart type content. Walmart is pretty popular topic. So if any of you are going to Walmart, definitely do Walmart type discussions. I mean, Walmart is a people store. It's very relatable. So that brings in my intro, and it's only 8 seconds. And my outro, literally 9 seconds. They don't have to be long and drawn out. The most important part is dive right into the video, talk about something to keep people on there, at least for more than a couple minutes. It took me a while to figure out that is important because people want to get into the video. They don't want to hear, hey, welcome back to my channel type stuff. Thank you for joining us today. That is not interesting. That is not engaging. That doesn't suck somebody into your universe. So if you're trying to create your own content, absolutely, just boom, smack it out there, for at least the first 2 minutes. Just give them exactly what you're talking about. You can come into the, thanks for joining me type stuff. I appreciate you being here. I believe a lot of people talk about, please subscribe to the channel way too early. It's just not relevant. It's not important. If people find your stuff useful, they're going to subscribe to you. That's it. Bottom line. 89% of my viewers, even on the live streams, 89% of my viewers do not subscribe to the channel. That's just facts of life when making YouTube videos, TikTok videos, Facebook, Reels, stuff like that. A lot of people watch your stuff and they'll come back and they'll come back again. I see those in my analytics. Those people that are returning viewers that even aren't subscribed are huge. The fact that they return and watch your stuff, regardless of what you make, that is more important than them actually subscribing. Now, subscriptions do get you to the point of monetization. Yeah, okay, I get it. But after the first 1,000 subscribers, you're already on a roll. But then becomes the responsibility to actually follow up. So just because you hit 1,000 subscribers, maybe 4,000 watch hours, or with short content, you got different, monetization options there. Just because you met that goal doesn't mean you just leave the channel alone, walk away, and go on a freaking shopping trip for the next 3 months. No, that's not how any of this works. You need to stay relevant on the platform so they keep putting your stuff in front of other people. That way older videos will get recommended, as relevant on the topic, as long as it's a relevant type topic. So don't get frustrated if stuff doesn't take off right away. This isn't rocket science. Some people try to make it more confusing than it actually is. I was one of those guys that made all of this confusing. My wife and I would fight constantly because she'd ask for advice. I'd try to give her some advice, and then she'd get mad if her video didn't perform. Well, for one, it's two totally different aspects, two totally different energy levels. And depending on the audience that surrounds that type of stuff, it just might not be there at that moment, but it might come there in the next year or two, because some of these YouTube channels have absolutely blown up, like 10 years later, and then the channel just explodes. So don't stop posting videos. Let's see, like and share helps too. Yes, like and shares do help tremendously, because every time somebody likes it, so basically whoever is on that person's page or their friends list or whatever you want to call it, it'll kind of just work like a spider web. It doesn't mean that person outside of you is going to watch my video. It just places my video there. And it gives them the option to click. So if they're not interested in weight loss, they're not interested in the carnivore diet, or they're doing something different, they're just going to swipe on by like they should, you know. But if they're interested and it's a clickable thumbnail, it's a decent title, yeah, they'll click on it and then actually maybe watch my stuff if I'm lucky. But I find a lot of people just watch my stuff and they just live life and they're happy. And a lot of people comment that have never subscribed to my stuff, which is just fine. But as long as they can hopefully find a little bit of inspiration in what I'm doing, so hopefully they might be able to lose some weight. That's really all that matters to me. I just want them to hopefully live a healthier life. And now I think I really do need my phone at this point, because in order to get any of this to work and actually start editing this video, I'm gonna need silence and I'm gonna need to be quiet for a while. So I'm gonna have to dip out here myself. I appreciate everybody that jumped on this random live stream. I tend to yammer on. That's what live streams are about. And yeah, gonna get this video edited, hopefully knocked out and uploaded either later today or be available to watch tomorrow morning and see how that goes. And then maybe if I get time, I can get outside, change those headlights in my Dodge and see how hard it is to do that here in Alaska in the wintertime. I mean, that could be an interesting topic. Who knows? Angelique, I see the C and I think it's an A because I'm sitting back here. But Angelique, thank you for joining me. And everybody else that came to this live stream, I appreciate you guys. We're down to like 5 people watching, so yeah, it's worth it to jump out. Hey, Sunshine, you're still here. Have a great day. My husband is driving through Anchorage right now, going to Delta. Oh, right on. I hope that he has a safe trip. My wife took off out to Wasilla, Big Lake, somewhere up north, hunting for more birds. She got a rough grouse yesterday. We had some rabbit. That was really good. So that worked out really good as well. Elijah, hey there. What's up? I'm actually killing the stream right now so I can get focused on this week's update video. So if you guys are interested in my weight loss journey, you know, how I went from 435 pounds to right around 270 pounds with little to no exercise, just by eating specific foods, doing specific practices, stuff like that, yeah, absolutely subscribe to the channel. If you don't care about your health and you don't want to lose weight, I get it. I was that guy. I didn't care for a long time. But yeah, I figured I'd kind of have my own little thing going on here because I've been doing this as an average truck driver that lives in a trailer home. I don't have a lot of funding going on here or a lot of education around making videos, except for what I've found on my own. But it's all a learning process. Weight loss is a learning process. And I just want everybody to be happy and healthy and hopefully enjoy their life to the best of their ability without a whole lot of struggle. So, okay, guys, take care. And I'm going to fumble through the buttons right here with my yucky thumb. But, all right, take care. Love you guys.